He's a white male.
Remorseless, extremely volatile.
He's cutting their hearts out.
Well, he's clearly a narcissist.
There is absolutely nothing remarkable about this man.
How'd you get to cannibalism?
Find the fetish, find the fiend.
This guy's a professional.
He's gonna kill you, you know.
And the Creep of the Moment award goes to...
Guest stars are really, really important.
I've done some really bad things.
There's an expression that the heroes are only as good as the villains.
I'm with the FBI.
Don't ask me to come down.
Though it's not always the villain that's our important guest star, you need a formidable adversary for our team to be up against.
I'm sick of being behind this guy. We gotta end this.
We fill up our show with great actors, and the credibility and the believability is something that, in the end, is more important than anything.
I don't think, on the whole, our 19 bad guys were all bad guys.
Profile the facts as they are without bias. Isn't that what we do?
The thing we learned from the BAU is look at it without judgment. We try to look at what the details are and what sort of made a criminal what he is and why he is committing these acts.
Broken home, poverty, trade school, petty crime, lewd behavior. The whole profile's here in black and white.
Some of them are just very sick people that really couldn't help what they did.
Every unsub is ill on some level. Most can't help what they do any more than Johnny could.
But at the same time, they need to be stopped. I mean, they are hurting people.
Wait. I can help you.
It's like in Greek tragedy. Everyone feels they're doing the right thing. They feel justified in their decisions to kill their son or to murder their mother. As the actor, it gives them an opportunity to see if they can find something in it, that little plug of humanity for themselves.
He's a rather angry guy.
You are a liar! And a sick son of a bitch, just like your daddy was.
He didn't ever know his father, but Charlie discovers at some point in his life that his father was actually a serial killer.
What are you suggesting? There's a genetic predisposition to killing?
This episode had so many different layers. We had the nature versus nurture. We had the lengths that a mother will go to protect her son.
Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you help? I killed him.
And we had two mothers doing that same thing. And so now you have two sons, and so what son is it?
These kinds of things are actually really fun to play. It's a place where you can kind of get out your darker side walking around set. Sometimes people look at you a little funny.
That's sort of our challenge with a lot of our killer roles, is that they are really these heavy roles, and so you need actors who can handle it. For the most part, they don't show up until the last act, but they really completely embody it, and they come in ready to work and really blow it out of the water.
If you're quiet, you won't get burned.
We don't do it as much now as we did in the very beginning, where you might only see his hands or his feet. And that was an episode where we did that. But he was talked about so much.
I remember reading about a case like this in Spotsylvania County, similar markings on the bone.
The idea that these crimes that happened 25 years ago, he could be at it again. We feel like you already know so much about him because he was the spawn of this guy who did it 25 years ago. So in a lot of ways, you are looking at the killer we've been talking about.
When his wife comes to confront him, the whole story sort of gets to that point where you see the son is the product of a killing father.
Sally Pressman does it in the end, all over again, starting the cycle. Who knows? She becomes a killer to protect her child from his father.
He came at me. I had to do it.
We need to figure out where she was killed.
And which girl we're looking for.
If you're going to kidnap someone's daughter, make sure it's not someone like that.
Jack and Lindsay are under my authority.
Which is what?
Witness protection.
What I liked about that story was, if you do something bad while under witness protection, is it possible for you to walk away with murder? And that's exactly what did happen.
What's interesting about this character is that he's not a psychotic nut job. He just does what he does for a living. A criminal nut job intersects with his life. And what happens when a professional killer runs into an amateur?
Oh God! Oh God, he's shot me!
You got 2 legs. I got one question. Where's my daughter?
That's what was so great about him. He is an unsub. He's killed a lot of people, done a lot of horrible things. But he was a good guy for us because all he wanted to do was save his daughter. But he's a bad guy.
Or at least Lindsay would have gone with her to make sure that she was okay. I thought it would be interesting because usually I go really big and I chew the scenery and I huff and I puff and I blow the house down, and they wanted the exact opposite of that. Keep it contained, pretend you have no history whatsoever. So it's been somewhat of a challenge, you know, for me to be subtle.
In the read-through, he was just a guy. It was like he came in, it was one of those moments where he nailed it.
I have a teenage daughter of my own. And I remember I read the script for the first time. The first thing I did was call my daughter and make sure she was okay.
That's another performance that really stuck out for me. She was great, brilliant, you know.
Shut up, shut up!
I did ask Joe first. It wasn't just because it was his daughter at all. She came in and she was great. But the subject matter and what actually happens and what we suggest happens in there was tough, you know. And I said to Joe, he was totally, again, a gentleman. He said, listen, if she's the best, that's good for me.
He's not coming back, Ryan. What are you gonna do now, huh?
They came to me and said, you know, there's this role we'd love to read your daughter for. And she did, and then they came back to me and said, you know what, that she knocked our socks off. She's really the best person we saw for this role. We'd love to cast her. I said, she wants to do it? Absolutely.
Jack, put down the gun.
Daddy, begged her to stop. And he laughed at her. He laughed at her.
Listen, if I can take his back, sir, I would, please.
Ryan.
I remember when I first saw her in his makeup. Sure, you get that kind of fatherly kind of, You're so glad that that's only a make-believe, you know? But no, I have no problem separating from that because this is what I do for a living.
Kill him, Daddy! You son of a bitch, you killed her. You killed Katie!
It's funny, I guess if I was a plumber, I shouldn't be surprised my kids started fixing every pipe in the house.
Kill him.
When does it stop?
Whenever you hear in the news or people are talking about serial killers, people always say, he was so mild-mannered, he was such a good neighbor, I never thought that he was burying people in the backyard. You don't realize that they look like everybody.
Look at her. She's relaxed enough to sit down.
Maybe protecting what composure she has left?
I'm Suzanne Cryer, and I play Susan Jacobs, and the episode's 7 seconds. It doesn't take long to do something really horrible.
Oh, God. Suzanne's just a wonderful actress.
What does that have to do with anything?
She's so unassuming. The reason we went with her, beyond her look, is she walked in that room for her audition and nailed it.
Did you really believe that getting rid of that little girl would take away his sickness?
You're not making a bit of sense. There's a lot of things that are attractive about playing a difficult character like this. This was not supposed to happen to my family.
It didn't just happen, Susan. You took her.
You can't act a monster. Obviously, these characters are unbalanced, but you play what's balanced about them, and that's what makes it interesting. I think the thing that makes her really, truly crazy is that she's crying and sympathizing with her sister-in-law, all the while the little girl's taped up in a file cabinet upstairs, and I did it.
I got her! And we wanted that just to keep building and building and building, and then people realize afterwards, like, oh my God, she was there giving comfort, and she knew exactly what she had done. There's a thing called hero homicide complex, and that certain type of angel of mercy we'd never really done.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Colby definitely thinks he's smarter than anybody else around him. He likes to go out and find victims and put them in compromising situations and either save them or not, which is how he becomes a serial killer.
He's so likable. You're so like, there's something about him, but that he is. He's arrogant and slick and all of that too.
It's a fine line between being a charming and likable guy that Garcia would fall for but yet at the end of the day, he's a killer. I've been thinking about doing this all night.
He's perfect. I mean, he's like a great-looking guy. He's really charming. He had that all-American shine to him. I think he pulled it off really well. It's a hard thing to be both that cocky and also driven by a certain insecurity. Those are hard lines to tread.
You can buy both ways. I can totally buy that he's just this really good-looking guy who, you know, has a penchant for eccentric women, and I can totally buy that he's creepy. And it's a testament to what a good actor is, because he's so sweet and unassuming and charming in real life, but he can turn that on, you know, like nobody's business.
We wanted someone who seemed guileless, but at the same time, someone who would be out of her league in a way. The fact that he was paying her attention would throw her off her guard.
I think she's fantastic, both Kirsten, the person, and Garcia, the character, so I didn't want the complete unfairness of like, oh no great guy would ever like you. So the idea of the Kevin Lynch character is I wanted somebody who fell in love with her brain, and her computer was the extension of her brain.
Well, this might be the coolest girl I've ever met.
You've never laid eyes on her.
Well, her GUI is mind-blowing.
Kevin Lynch is a geeky, cool computer nerd who knows how to do things with computers that ought not be done.
I thought you had skills. Oh boy.
He's great. He totally fits that character, and it's nice that she has somebody to play off of with her stuff.
Beautiful.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just, you just look so beautiful multitasking.
And there's kissing and all kinds of romance. It's not just talk that she's completely, like, uber attractive and awesome.
I'm in my underwear and I'm praying to Satan.